And we're back with another episode of the Lakers Fast Break podcast. It's Gerald Glassford getting my gear ready. Got my Anthony Davis jersey coming up. Going to be wearing that during our Playback Live watch party. Playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. It's Gerald Glassford coming back at you here from Lakers Fast Break. Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcast. Plus, also as well, Game Source, Inside Sports Fantasy Football. The latest episode has the Magic Man Sean Grice and Joe Soro stopping by to talk NFL Week 14, and also Justin Jefferson coming back onto the field. Got to go ahead and check that out. Inside Sports Fantasy Football. Big shout out to you, Doobie. Big shout out to you, Raphael. Great to have you back. Hadn't seen you in a while. Hope all is well with you. I believe you're a Dodgers fan, if I'm not mistaken. And if that's the case, you guys got a big bonus, really big bonus, which I told Sean and Joe we would talk about around the back end of tonight's post game. So we'll talk about more of that in a little bit. But also as well, got to go ahead and check out Joe Soro as Ox1947 at LakersBall.com. Plus, go ahead and check out his great company and support it if you are in the Southern California area. Raphael said LA. Symblades with a Y.com. Also, as well, go ahead and check out Lakerholics.com. I will have the Lakerholics crew. Yeah, they want to do another early morning show. So 10 a.m. tomorrow morning is the time. I may not be awake for it. I probably have to run it. I'll probably do it like a zombie, but you know what? Be here to go ahead and talk what's going on with the Lakerholics. Plus, go ahead and check out what they're writing about with Jamie Sweet's 5 Things, articles, and of course, Laker Tom, the number one Lakers blogger that's out there at Lakerholics.com. Raphael, he's only half a unicorn right now because he can't pitch for at least another season. He has to get Tommy John surgery again. So I don't know. Enjoy the 700 million, I guess. But again, need I digress? I'm a former big Dodgers fan when I was a kid. Then I turned kind of like Angels fan, but the Angels are the most inept organization in baseball. So, you get what you deserve there as far as the Angels concerned. So, yeah, more power to the Dodgers. Hopefully it will get Joe in a better spirits as far as Dave Roberts is concerned. They can finally go ahead and get over the hump once again and get a world title, just so Joe can get off Dave Roberts' back. But also here today, good man indeed. You got to go ahead and check out what he's doing coming up here. It is the Magic Man Sean Grice. Sean, great to have you here, my friend. A little bit loading up. I know we're having some connectivity issues right now, but it is the Lakers Fast Break. Thanks so much again for joining us. It's Gerald Glassford. Great to have you here. Also, go ahead and check out our friends at Lakers in 5, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, the John McCalian channel, Empire Jeff TV, Lakers Corner, and the Larry Lakers Dribbling Chit Chat. Plus, also as well, go ahead and check out what we're doing on Playback. Playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Please join us there. I'll put it in the notes right here so you can clearly see it. Playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Truly appreciate you joining us for all the coverage. Doobie's a major part of our Playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. So for all the great comments that he puts in there, go ahead and check it out. Playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Doobie says, Magic Man in the house. What's up, brother? So there you go. Kern
What's up,
Williams,
Doobie?
shouts all. Kern, great to have you here. Always appreciate it. I know when you can't catch the show live, I always see in the comments. So appreciate everything you're doing for us here at the Lakers Fast Break. Doobie says, Podfather, I hope and don't make you rip your jersey like yeah. No, this costs me a lot. So I'm going to keep this on. I'm going to be very gentle with it. Absolutely. When I put it on here in just a few, but it is the Lakers Fast Break, the Lakers and the Pacers live tonight here in just a few minutes. Well, maybe with all the NBA Cup shenanigans and the
About
free
an hour.
game. Yeah. 5:30 start time, 6:30 actual time. No, I'm kidding. These it says 5:30 program time, so who knows when the actual tip-off will start. It is live on the Las Vegas Strip, just a few miles away from me. It is the Los Angeles Lakers and the Indiana Pacers, a game which I have been asking for, Magic Man, that I've been looking forward to as far as waiting to see them in action together. I also said I didn't want the Lakers to end up playing an NBA Cup game because not only do the Lakers have to play now an extra game that's not on the schedule, they have to play it against the team that's the highest octane offense. So I know the Lakers thrive in defense and transition since we don't, according to Rodell, say we don't prioritize defense over offense. But your thoughts tonight on the game, initial reactions as far as what's going on. But I'm happy for this matchup. Again, this is a matchup I've been wanting to see, even if it's in the NBA Cup. Again, an extra game for LeBron 80. Not loving that part of it, but you know what? They're going to go all out. They're going to go for the bag, and I'm hoping they'll get it done tonight.
Well, yeah, I'm open too, Joe, because offensively, they're gonna need a repeat performance of what they did Thursday night against the Pelicans, because the Indiana Pacers average 128 points per game, and they just happen to average 129 points in a defeat of the Bucks, Gerald. And while Damian Lillard got hot in that third quarter, it was pretty evident from the start, Gerald, that I watched the Boston game as well. It's pretty it's pretty well known that a lot of these Pacers really want this thing to, just out, just for everybody's knowledge. At least 10 of the Pacers players, including their two ways, make 3 million or less. So that 500K, especially in a place like Indiana, goes a really long way, especially if you want to put a down payment on a house, or like D'Lo was saying, Gerald, 500K. It's pretty good. Pays for a couple of my summer vacations. So, I mean, there is a lot of at stake here. Now when they're looking at it, yeah, 500K in my pocket sounds pretty good. So, the Lakers are going to need a steady dose of rotational defense, Gerald. No one's really come up with a nickname for the Pacers offense, but I'm just calling them the WMDs of the NBA right now, because it's a lot of wide dribble, wide pin down screens, buddy heeled threes, Halliburton bringing Miles Turner or Jalen Smith up and finding Aaron Nesmith or Bruce Brown in the corner, Gerald, and then you have a lot of motion with them. They have a lot of great cutters and finishers: Jalen Smith, Bruce Brown, Tyrese Halliburton himself on back screens, as well as Bruce Brown. Aaron Naismith pretty much lives either in the corner or at the basket, Gerald. So Indiana runs a lot of dual actions, and it's a fun team to watch. I mean, Rick Carlisle's blood pressure must be through the roof, Gerald, but at least he's let go a little bit offensively, because I think the Mavericks made a huge mistake, Gerald. I think, trading Rick Carlisle for Jason Kidd has sort of gotten them where they are, and
Well,
uh,
initially it looked good for them because remember they went on that run.
they
Uh,
did.
yeah.
They
So,
did
but
initially.
right now, Jason Kidd, the fan, because he only likes watching the games. All he does is watch the games like the rest of us. That these kind of comments and decisions, I don't know. I mean, the team is still in Dallas pretty good. In fact, we're actually going to see them here in their next regular season game, and hopefully we can get some interviews beforehand that you and I are going to try to set up here. So hopefully we can get more of an insight on that.
Well,
But you're right. Rick
well,
Carlisle is a championship winning proven coach.
absolutely, Jill. And I think one of the pivotal mistakes that happened was that, if you remember, and Gerald has a great basketball memory, it's anybody on this panel, that Carlisle handed the keys over to Luca offensively, Gerald, because he understood what kind of transformational player he was. Um, that was hard for him to accept and do, but ultimately he did it. And Gerald, if not for that experience, I don't think he would have done the same thing with the Pacers now with Tyrese Halliburton, because he's pretty much letting him run that team
Mhm.
offensively.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm very excited to see what's going on as far as the actual game is concerned. The injury report tonight for the game against the Lakers, actually, Jalen Smith and Andrew Nemhart are the only ones that are listed as out this time. So if Aaron Neesmith is hurt, it has not been reported as being enough to limit him out of the game. It right now, again, we only have listed right now for the Indiana Pacers as being out Andrew Nemhart and Jalen Smith. For the Lakers, the only update we've got is regarding is to Gabe Vincent, who's continually still out with the knee injury at this point in time. If we get any other corrections, we'll report it here before the game. I want to go ahead and mention what little Chris Johnson, 18, said in the super chat, and we truly appreciate any super chat. It really helps our channel out, and we cannot thank you enough for doing so. He says, to me, Ham doesn't play the big lineups long enough. I think when it comes down to it, not that we're so far against Christian Wood, but in a game like this, if he's not hitting the three, he's not the fastest guy in the world. He's very slow footed. So I'm not sure how well he would perform in a game like this unless he really gets hot from three. The question is, though, in a big lineup, Jackson Hayes could be, with his athleticism, a guy that could, alongside AD, be a guy that could give you some extra minutes more on top of what he's been doing, and maybe just, kind of help you out in that sense.
Gerald, I actually love the idea of Jackson Hayes being on Miles Turner in the low post and AD being free as a roamer along the perimeter. I love that idea. And Jackson Hayes has the quick lateral movements to be able to guard the 3 point line if Miles Turner decides to go out there. And the Pacers want to play five out, Gerald. So I agree with you. I think in a game like this, I would play Hayes a lot against Miles Turner and live with the results with AD on the perimeter because the Pacers like to go a little small with their starting five, Gerald. You know, they're basically running Hallie at the one, then you've got Bruce Brown at the two, then Buddy Hield at the three, and then they've got Toppin and Miles Turner. I actually like the idea of AD matched up against Obi Toppin, Gerald. I think Obi Toppin is the stir that makes the Pacers low post offense work. He's a great cutter. I remember you talked about his great athleticism, and it kind of being sort of ignored by the NBA community in general because Tibbs really wasn't playing him a lot. Well, Rick Carlisle has been putting him in positions to succeed. He's actually been a decent 3 point shooter as well, Gerald. Um, so he's contributed to the Pacers in a myriad of ways. He's kind of their X factor, and I would love AD to be checking Toppin rather than Miles Turner.
I agree with you. Absolutely agree with you on that. Also, here is another great super chat from Doobie, great supporter of ours on both this channel and also as well the Lakers Fast Break, playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break to be exact. Cool, bro. Great to have you here. Doobie says, let's go Lemon Daddy. Yes, let's go Lemon Daddy indeed. Let's go Lakers. I do want to go ahead and mention, though, when it comes to the Lakers, this is going to be a test as far as their transition defense because Indiana, as we've seen, if you get a chance to watch their games, they capitalize on you falling asleep, whether it's even after a made basket or not. Your thoughts on what the Lakers need to do to make sure that they limit the number of transition, baskets or opportunities. We know they're going to chuck up threes. That's going to be a given because they chuck up threes virtually more than anyone. But when it comes down to it, you can try to limit the other easy baskets and gimmies that they often get because of the fact they play in such a high octane offense.
100% chilled. Now, according to NBA.com statistics, the NBA statisticians consider a fast shot with 18 seconds or more left on the clock, Gerald.
Okay.
The Pacers lead the league in fastest shots at a frequency of almost 20%.
Why does this not surprise me?
Right. Very efficient as well. Average more than 1.14 points per possession off those fast shots. So, one of the big reasons, Gerald, is that if you don't corral Tyrese Halliburton from 94 feet, he can get to the paint in about 3 seconds. He said they. I've seen a couple of opposing announcing teams actually time it, and it's about 3 seconds between him getting the inbounds pass to getting in the paint, and within that time frame, they can run a quick pin down screen and get Buddy Hield open for a shot, or get Bruce Brown open for a shot. Naismith can be cutting the basket. They get a lot of like you said, Gerald, a lot of their food in transition, especially off those fast shots. One one important factor I believe is you have to have at least two players, one at the top of the free throw line and one below the 3 point line or a little above it, in order to try and corral them in transition. Because another great instinctual trait that Halliburton has, Gerald, is that if you get sandwiched defensively, if say guys are coming back, and or if somebody's complaining and it's a 5-on-4 and two guys are bunched up and Rui and AD or Rui and Austin are bunched up, Halliburton has the high IQ to find the guy who's actually open, Gerald, and finishes. It's one of the reasons why he's so dangerous. He doesn't turn the ball over as much in those situations as well, Gerald. He's a turnover percentage of less than 8.5% um, during those fast shot opportunities. So Indiana really has smart basketball players. They don't turn the ball over a lot, and I happen to think that along with and again, go back, and if you don't believe us, w- check the receipts. Myself, Gerald, and a few couple of our other panelists were saying that watch out for Swiss Army knife teams like the Indiana Pacers and the Thunder, because they're very dangerous. They have smart basketball players. Can do several different things. Skills don't overlap. They actually complement. And Gerald, it's going to take a whole team to corral Tyrese Halliburton tonight.
Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. It is the Magic Man Sean Grice with me, Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Truly appreciated. I know that in the recent comments by Rodell in the our email, LakersFastBreak at yahoo.com, he's been saying that we're the only ones that are talking against Max Christie. You know, it's not that we want the kid to succeed with the Lakers. It's just that there are better options right now. He's the fourth guard in a four guard rotation. It's that simple. And the only reason he's there probably would be if Gabe Vincent was playing. Gabe Vincent as the veteran would probably be more trusted by Darvin Ham. But hopefully he can give you some minutes tonight. So it's a positive. I know that Prince is still playing way too much. Let's see if he can get us another 5 threes tonight. I don't think anybody should be expecting that. And if he does, be pleasantly surprised if he does. Where can the Lakers capitalize as far as on their side? I know talking offense is bad because we get called out for it when we talk about the defense or the offense by Rodell. But I'm going to go
Mhm.
ahead and dare myself and talk about the offense. Where can the Lakers find themselves in position to go ahead and capitalize on the extremely poor defense normally of the Indiana Pacers?
You want to capitalize on two guys if you can. You'd love to capitalize on Buddy Hield, and you love to capitalize on Obi Toppin. Though one's
It's all about the hips, man. The hips, the hips.
it is, it is, it
I've
is.
never seen a man's hips talked about more than Obi Toppin coming into the draft.
So it's going to be interesting here what LeBron decide, because I think LeBron needs to try to figure out what Indiana wants to do defensively to try and slow him down. I would try and get Obi Toppin and Buddy Hield in mismatches as much as possible, Gerald. I think you could definitely run if you want high two and four pick and rolls with LeBron and Prince. It's been questionable Prince going to the basket, Gerald, but I think if you had a guy like Buddy Hield on him, Buddy Hield has a tendency to foul a lot as well. So maybe Buddy Hield and Taria Prince offset one another tonight. And we're not complaining as much about Taria Prince because Buddy Hield is playing equally as poor defensively. Other than that, Halliburton isn't a complete player, Gerald. You can definitely get him in pick and roll mismatches. I mean, he's 6'6". I mean, if you're Anthony Davis and LeBron James, if you can get him in a blender and suddenly it's a mismatch and Halliburton is on Anthony Davis in the low post or at the nail or mid, AD needs to take advantage of that because if he could get Halliburton in foul trouble, as rare as that is, that really changes how Indiana's offense runs because it's pretty good. It's pretty good without him, but it's not the well-oiled machine it is when he's gunning it.
When in regards to Obi Toppin, I just wanted to mention Dante in the weeks, days, and months leading into the draft of that year that Obi Toppin was drafted. People were asking why wasn't he thought of in a higher realm and whatnot because he was playing like he was college player of the year or at that level in college, and
Hmm.
why wasn't he thought of in a higher realm? And I think according to the NFL draft, a lot of the NFL draft, excuse me, and NBA draft gurus, NBA draft gurus, like Stone Hansen, some other guys like that, as far as Rafael Barlow that we talked to here, but a lot of the NBA draft gurus, there were some that were pointing out his hips and the way he plays defense were too high or do not swivel enough, as far as, being able to turn left or right in a fast enough fashion to defend at an adequate level. So I thought that that's what we talk about when it concerns the hips for Obi Toppin because so many people in the draft realm were so fascinated with Obi Toppin's hips. And at that time, I remember on the show, I was commenting and laughing on it because I'm like, man, have we ever focused on someone's body parts like that so much in one draft? So, yeah, it's just weird how the NBA draft people just focused and zero in on stuff like that.
Absolutely. But that's what they get paid a lot of money to do, Gerald, and that's why
Yes.
people like ourselves really admire and recognize and recommend their work and are pleased to have them on. And yeah, it's like the, the fact that you notice whether some guy has wiggle or not at the
Yeah.
next level. Yeah, he's playing well against
It's a
kid
crapshoot. It's a
against
crapshoot in
kids.
a lot
Yeah,
of ways, my friend. It's a
yeah,
crapshoot in
it
a lot of
is.
ways.
It
So,
is. You don't like the way guy shoots, right, Gerald? I
yeah.
mean, we're gonna see an unorthodox release from Tyrese Halliburton tonight, but
Yep.
when he shoots 39% from three,
He's actually
or
44% from
percent,
three.
yeah, yeah, during this hot streak, it's been amazing. Gerald, I thought one of the best games that illustrates his talents was the game featuring the Hawks and the Pacers a couple weeks ago. Um, Record breaking stuff. Indiana won 152 for 147. Both teams shot over 60% from the field. Both teams shot over 49%, almost 50% from three. Um, I didn't want that game to end, but unfortunately it did, Gerald. For most of that game, Indiana was coming from behind, Gerald. Atlanta had a 10, 13 point lead up until the fourth quarter, and then they just fell asleep. Lakers can't fall asleep at all defensively, Gerald, especially tonight with like you said, high octane, high
Once again,
octane.
high octane indeed. Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. It is the Magic Man, Sean Grice, and me, Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much again for watching and listening. Join us. Lakers Fast Break right there. playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Please like and subscribe to this video, subscribe to this channel, like and follow us on Facebook so you get the latest notifications on when we go live on the air. Because after our live playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break coverage, we'll be here for the best post game covering the Lakers. Although, again, Rodell says, well, you guys talk differently. You guys think differently than all the other Lakers centric shows. Blah, 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 blah. We're not like all the other Lakers centric shows. Hello, hello. We're not all like all those other. But we chose a different path. We have different personalities. We have different voices. We're allowed to speak differently about our thoughts and feelings on that. So if you don't like it,
Absolutely.
we just thank you for watching.
I think
You're always there. You can always share our opinion, and Rodell certainly does. But yes, to say that we're not like all the other Lakers centric podcasts, I think is the biggest compliment we've had so far.
100% Gerald. Absolutely. The,
Absolutely.
f-
So,
the fact that people see us as going against the grain, and this and again, to repeat, the Podfather has always had the tenet that I want you guys to think and speak for yourself, and that's what I want, and that's what the audience wants, and that's what we'll always deliver.
if we can get to 20 likes before the game, that'd be really appreciated. But we're going to go ahead and take two requests from the chat. One is a key to the game as far as an X Factor, Magic Man, and then your prediction. There's different individuals that ask for it. We're going to go ahead and deliver it on. So, your X Factor for the game and your prediction for tonight's NBA Cup final between the Indiana Pacers and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Absolutely. I think the X factor tipping point will be how Austin Reeves plays for the Lakers off the bench and how he contributes in the synergy of the game versus how TJ McConnell affects the Pacers and their synergy on the game. I think that's a huge X factor. TJ McConnell is very important. Carlisle relies on him a lot, especially if Halliburton's either in foul trouble or on the bench or out of the game for some reason. Um, and Reeves is going to have to match him as far as impact goes. I'm not sure how much they'll play off one another. I personally, if I was Darvingham, I would put Austin Reeves on TJ McConnell, Gerald.
Well,
Uh,
the thing is, though, we talked about GTA possibly being a disruptor for what we saw with Austin Reeves, but that proved not to be the case. Austin did handle the pressure pretty good, pretty well for someone who does go into brain fart sometimes when he's dribbling the ball up to half court. We've seen that before many times, but he actually held on to his dribble quite well in the last game. He's going to have to do that again because TJ McConnell, like GTA, very adept at creating havoc in the front court and also with his steals. So definitely you're very right on that. My X factor for the Lakers is going to be Cam Reddish on how much he can slow down, if at all, Tyrese Halliburton. If he can create any kind of distractions for Tyrese Halliburton, I think it'll go a long way with to the Lakers going ahead and making sure they put a big imprint on this game. Your thoughts on that, my friend?
100%, Gerald. You know, it, again, a Carlisle lets him play jazz fusion. They run a lot of different stuff. It's not just 4-1 or 5 out. That's too simplistic. He lets Halliburton do a lot of different things, Gerald. I agree 100% with that.
And by the way, to answer the
100%.
question, they have not changed the court. The court is the same. I'm
The
sorry,
court
Magic.
is the same, yeah.
Yes.
So the fact that a lot of their shooters rely on timing and rhythm. Again, I agree with Gerald. If Cam Reddish can disrupt it a little bit, a wide pin down for a Buddy Hield three that turns into a reset, or as Gerald was saying, if Cam Reddish and Vando or AD can create some havoc there in the front court. Miles Turner isn't swiftest of speedsters. if you can get out in transition, as Gerald was saying, I mean, it might be counterintuitive, but if the Lakers can get out in transition, they should run at a breakneck speed and try and beat the Pacers at their own game, at least in transition, because they rarely turn the ball over, and when they do, you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I no longer look at the courts in 4K, like on my 4K television in the front room. This one's behind me, as I've said before, is 1080, so doesn't hurt that much, or on my computer as I watch it with you guys on playback. So I think that's probably saving my eyesight. But yeah, when I go to 4K, it's just like this, yeah, like Technicolor right in your face. So I feel for everyone out there with a 4K television watching this in 4K. But before we head on out, your final predictions for the game. Mine, it will be the Lakers are going to win by 12. Your thoughts, my friend? It's going to be probably be a 130 to 118, would be something like that. The Lakers are probably going to have to turn it up as far as their offense. Have had one of their best offensive performances, but
Mhm.
also at the same time, primarily because again, we're told that we prioritize offense over defense, but mistakenly by Rodell. The defense has to be key, and if you could keep them under 120 as far as the defense, that would probably go down as one of the best defensive performances of the year for the Lakers.
I agree, Gerald. Everything Gerald just said, I agree with, and that was the number I had in my head. If the Lakers are hovering around 120, I think they're going to win because that means that somehow their defense has been so good that they've trapped the Pacers into playing their style of basketball rather than the other end. And I'm with Gerald. I think if the Lakers end up playing some fire wagon basketball here, Gerald, uh, it might be over pretty quick because I think with a fast team like that, they can get up on us. So I'm with you. I think if the Lakers hover at that 120 benchmark, I think they're going to win because that means they're playing their game. And as Gerald said, it would be the best defensive performance if you could keep the Pacers to 120 or under.
Doobie has also alerted us to Shams Charania's report from The Athletic that Austin Reeves is under the weather heading into today's game. So he is a little bit ill. So that's not going to help the Lakers' cause at all. Your thoughts? He is still planning to play in the game. It is non COVID related. So, but he is under the weather at this point in time, my friend. He played very well in Thursday night's game. Maybe a little bit too much Las Vegas for him in the past couple of days, my friend.
Hmm, maybe Gerald, but you know something? Get some get some of that D50 in you, Austin. Just take it to your veins. Get a nice saline flush. Trust me, after a night of being hungover, that saline flush really does the trick, Gerald.
I actually in Las Vegas, if you go to the malls, there's a few, couple malls there that have those oxygen stores that you just go in, or like the detox, or those are there's quite a few around town. So he could go there, or with 500K in his pocket, he could actually buy a lot of cold medicine down the street at CVS or Walgreens.
100%. No excuses tonight. You feeling blue, under the weather? Well, you know something. Boo hoo. We all get sick and have to put on our big boy pants and go to work. So, Austin, play well tonight, regardless of how you're feeling.
Once again, it is the Lakers fast break. It is the Lakers and Indiana Pacers. The national anthem is going on right now. Join us, playback.tv/Lakers fast break. Come on over. We hope that you'll join us there. We're hoping for a really big crowd. We had our largest crowd ever on playback on the last game. Hopefully, you'll join us and make it even larger as well. So for Magic Man Sean Grice, I truly appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Wishing you well, hoping everything will go well with the Lakers. But any last thoughts, my friend, before we head on out?
Yes, Gerald, absolutely. The we talked about this before, and the Lakers are involved again. The play-in was a success, Gerald, and in large part due to the attention that the Lakers received and gave to the NBA regarding that particular gimmick. And now we see that the in-season tournament has been a success, and is a success in large part due because a legacy franchise is in the finals. In the in season tournament finals cup, you have the most eminent franchise in the NBA. And you know what, Boston? I just got one thing to say to you. You're not going to win the in season tournament cup. And the NBA finals is yet to remain to be seen. But let me tell you something 17 plus this one does put us over you. So eat them apples.
Curtis Fair says Austin Reeves says he's going to get a golf membership with the 500K. Is Pebble Beach 500K? Probably for starters, my friend. But remember, he gets paid 14 mil a year plus whatever endorsements he's get already. He's good. He's good. This is for the two-way guys, for the guys on the minimum. This is a really big bonus. So hopefully the Lakers can do just that and get it done. Plus also the notoriety being the first NBA Cup victor. You know what? Back a few months ago when I called and I said I didn't want the Lakers to go ahead and go all out and play in that 83rd game. If they did it just to spite me, at least you better win the damn thing. At least you better win the damn thing indeed, Magic Man.
100% drill. And just for the record, everyone, that I just want everybody to know this wasn't some reverse psychology that the Lakers fans, the Lakers channels, the Lakers themselves tried to pull. We were actually legitimate on saying that we did not want to be here, and here we are.
Yes.
And
Because we were concerned about the health and what it would kind of put as far as the taxing on LeBron AD. We'll see if there's any residual receipts coming down the line for what they're doing now. I certainly hope not. But everybody that always tells me, "Oh, the Lakers are going to be fine. The Lakers are going to be fine," and then they end up not being fine. That's what angers me even more. But I'm hoping for a Lakers win tonight. We're here. We might as well win the thing and win the thing going away. Hopefully, LeBron will provide another dominant performance. AD will back up with another great defensive performance, and hopefully, we can get the job done with all of our guys tonight. Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. Magic Man Sean Grice. Truly appreciate you stopping by. It is me, Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much for watching, listening. Everybody, please hop on over to playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Everybody on Facebook that's watching, everybody up on Twitch, on Twitter, wherever you're seeing us, on YouTube, of course, please hop on over. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so to get the latest notifications on when we go live on the air. And of course, join us after the game for the best post game anywhere covering the Lakers. Although we're supposed to be, according to Rodell, like all the other Lakers centric podcasts, because we're automatrons and we're supposed to say exactly what all the other Lakers podcasts do. You know, well, sorry, we can't. We're different. We're special. We're the best. And we're the best out there because we have the best chat room that's out there right here at the Lakers Fast Break Podcast. Everyone, good luck. Go Lakers. And we'll see you in a few on playback. And we'll see you tonight for the post game at the Lakers Fast Break Podcast.